good enough, right?
Yeah.
Guess what were the emotions like when you were on the court? Like, did you know, like, okay, maybe this isn't that bad, or like, I don't know?
I feel like initially, I feel like when you hurt yourself, it's kind of like that pain, like that kind of instant hit. But I feel like once I kind of went back and kind of got moving and things like that, I was like, it's just another sprain. So I really wasn't that worried, honestly.
Just, I guess, how important the last two practices to get out there, to kind of feel things out and kind of before you get into a game setting, too.
Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. Just that we had that off day and then these 2 days of prep, I was able to kind of like work myself back in. I had to feel rushed. So I feel like that really helped me as well.
What's it tell you about this team? Like, we know you guys can score a lot of points, but like you're winning in some ways with defense and with rebounding. What's that tell you about what you guys are capable of when those shots ultimately land?
Yeah, I feel like it's just a sign of a veteran team. I feel like we just find ways to win. I feel like when people are down, other people step up, and I feel like that's just a sign of a really great team. We have great chemistry. We work well together off the court. So I just think all those kind of play a role into when one man's down, the next man's up.
What are you learning about maybe some of your newer teammates who are stepping into different roles or bigger roles or newer roles or whatever when you have to kind of working through some injuries?
Yeah, I just, whatever it takes. And I feel like when you're on a team, like whatever the team needs to win, that's what you need to do. And I feel like everyone just buy into that. And whether you're normally a guard playing a four or whatever the case may be, I think we just have a really good buy-in from the whole team, and you kind of see that on the court.
When you come off a game, this is a team that have 26 assists. You know, what does that kind of say about this team? And you know, just do you feel like just everyone's sort of having that playmaking role as well as that scoring role?
Yeah, I just think we pass up good shots for great shots. And I feel like the way that we play off each other, the way we play as a team, I mean, sometimes we're even overpassing, but I feel like that's a good problem to have. So I just feel like even the new guys that came in, they kind of just bought into that system that we have. And we just kind of just be free out there, just having fun. And I think you could tell on the court.
Sounds like Gretchen's playing some one at times. What have you learned about her and her ability to kind of go wherever she's needed?
Yeah, I mean, because Gretchen never plays someone, I mean, obviously. So, like, in practice, like, she knows the plays, like, she knows what to call. Like, her IQ for the game is amazing. So, just see her going out there and just, she looks comfortable out there. So, it's like, you can't even tell, like, she's out of position, even in practice. So, I look forward to see how she expands as her role continues to grow.
How impressive is what she's done the last year and a half now into her sophomore year to come in and hit the ground running like she has?
Yeah, I mean, Gretchen, I mean, we told her, like, this is your team next year. Like, Gretchen's such a great scorer. I mean, and she scores so easily. I mean, you could just tell, like, she has a knack for the game. So I feel like her vocal leadership is getting better, just her intensity on defense as well. So I feel like she's become like an all-around player, and I'm just excited to see how she grows over the years.
Obviously, don't want injuries, but you know, I guess just people being in different roles. What have you maybe seen from that, and do you feel like that process can help you just grow as a team this year?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember our first year, we had those injuries towards the NCAA tournament, so we had them really late. So I feel like now we kind of learn how to adapt to them, just having them more early in the year and kind of everyone getting different roles. So when it does come to January, February, March, hopefully we can be fully healthy, but you never know how basketball happens. So I feel like just having that experience earlier in the season, I feel like when it comes later down the road, I feel like that really helped us.
Facing a team with as much height kind of across the board, like what's key for you guys? Maybe don't have that same height. Like how do you guys try to find your own advantages there?
Yeah, we know we're a small team. I mean, we're probably one of the smallest teams in the Big Ten, and I feel like we kind of embrace that role. We're going to attack you. We're going to run you in transition. We're going to put you on a whole bunch of screening roles, and I just feel like we use our speed to our advantage and using our help defense when it comes to defending those bigger guards, bigger posts, and just helping KB out down there. Hopefully she's helping us out, you know, at the top. But I just feel like we've seen it so much now. We're used to it, so it's like we play to our advantages.
You've just been around KB the last 3 years. I mean, what is it about her that just is so consistent that she's able to do what she does almost every night, it seems like?
Yeah, I like to say she kind of plays like Tim Duncan. Like, it's nothing flashy, it's real basic, it's real simple, but it's consistent and it's efficient. And I feel like the way that she handles her business, I mean, she's a teacher. I mean, her whole day is so booked, but she makes sure she's here. She's the first one in the mornings. Like, she's there an hour early before practice, getting treatment, getting shots up. I mean, just her work ethic is unbelievable, especially at this level. So KB, I said it before, she's one of the best teammates you could have. She's always willing to pass. She's always willing to just be that vocal leader that you need. So I'm blessed to be able to play with KB for 3 years, and I'm excited to see what she does this year.
how's practice been different just because of what you guys have been going through? And quite honestly, is it any similar to what you guys were going through last year, where you would look around and go, okay, we can't scrimmage, we don't have enough?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different, but I think it gives people more reps. And I feel like that's important around this time as well, because when you have a full roster, you know, reps are kind of minimized sometimes. So, like, with all the reps that everyone's getting, I mean, like I said, we may not go 5-on-5, we got our practice guys, so we're always going against them. And I just feel like it's really helping us. A lot of people getting more reps, getting their wind up, better condition. And I feel like that's going to help us in the long run.
You like it when pace of game, the frequency of games are going to start to pick up here. You know, tomorrow and Thanksgiving week and Big Ten's around the corner. You like that when you're like, more games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's going to get picked up, and just the way we've started so far, just kind of taking that momentum to the rest of our non-conference, finishing off strong, and then going right into the Big Ten, just running and just ready to do what we do and play our game and make them play to our level and not the other way around.
This makes sense. You talk about like a veteran team knowing how to win. How do you teach freshmen, sophomores, maybe players without that experience, how to win?
Yeah, I think most of it is lead by example. So just seeing what we do, how we handle our business, how when another team might go on a run, how we stay poised, how we stay confident, continues to pour into each other. I mean, just kind of leading by example, then just kind of giving them little tips and keys as we go along, especially in practice, but also like in the games as well. And yeah, just not put too much pressure on them. Because I know when you're underclassmen, there's so much stuff going on. Like, you're just trying to remember to play. So it's like trying to know where everyone's supposed to be at, time, score, all those different things. That could be a lot. So just really giving it to them like in increments, but not kind of like overloading them. So I think it's a good balance.
We saw your Big Ten Media Day doing different stuff. Obviously, you've been on BTN with the broadcasting side of things. What's that kind of been like? How'd that kind of come together, and how cool has that been to get that experience?
Yeah, man, I'm very blessed to be able to do that. I mean, just to be able to even call the game this Saturday with the boys game this weekend, and just be able to get that hands-on experience. Like, it's one thing shadowing and seeing it from afar, but actually being in it, being behind the seat, having the headphones on, just everything you see that goes into play with that. I think that really made me have more of an appreciation for what those people do, and also realize that this is what I really want to do. I feel comfortable in it. I feel like that's my element. I feel like the more I do it, I'm gonna get more comfortable. So I'm just blessed that the Big Ten is giving me that kind of opportunity now as still being a student athlete, and just after season, you know, whatever happens, happens. But just want to continue that career.
Was it just the first time you got out there, you kind of realized this is what I want to really do?
Yeah, definitely. I think being out there, it was like, I thought I was gonna be nervous, but I just felt like I'm just talking about the game, and that's what I do naturally whenever I watch games. So just kind of doing what I feel like I'm already gifted to do, just with communication, graduate with communications degree. I just feel like all that kind of fits in line with me.
Awesome. What did you learn most about that during the EIU game?
Yeah, I think having to constantly talk. Like, I think sometimes like you'll get so caught up in the game, you'll forget, I need to be talking. And it's like just that reminder of like constantly talking, constantly like just giving that excitement too. Because sometimes you can just talk in a normal voice, but having more animation and just more enunciation. So just those different things, and how good preparation is. Because sometimes when the games kind of go on a stretch, you need to have those fill-in notes or like background notes and things like that. So definitely taking what I've learned in my first game and trying to apply that to this next game on Saturday.